but you're most definitely trying. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. I'm actually live on two separate platforms. This is a live where we talk about all things law of assumption and how we dissolve circumstances in our 3D reality to get exactly what we want. Any law of assumption manifestation questions, put them down in the chat. But for now, I'm going to be talking about the story that you are telling. What stories are you telling? Are you telling a self deprecating story? Are you still telling the story that I'm trying and striving and efforting to be the person that I am desiring to be? Am I still asking, when is it going to get here? When is it going to be here? I'm still on a mission. I'm still on a hunt. I'm still on a pursuit to obtain something that's already mine. I hear people say, just wait one day you'll get it. Eventually you'll run into it. One day you'll be that person. Why I gotta wait to be a person that I am right here, right now in this moment? Why do I have to wait to become something that I already am? In law of assumption, the whole gist of law of assumption is to have what you desire right here, right now in this very moment. You don't have to wait for it. You can go inside your imagination and decide that is yours right here, right now, in this very moment. Why wait? Oh, just wait. Just wait. You'll get it in due time. Why wait when I can have it now? Hmm? Oh, okay. I don't give credence to anything that I do not want in my 3D reality. Absolutely not. If it's something that I don't agree with or it's something that I don't want, I give it absolutely no energy. I pay it dust. The fact, if you feed something, things that you fight, you also feed. If you're fighting your 3D reality, you're also feeding that narrative that you don't want. Even though you think you're being negative, you think you're one-upping something, you think you're doing something, you're really actually giving it life. The best thing you can do is starve it of your attention, starve it of your awareness. Your 3D reality is a projection of your consciousness. Literally, it's a projection of your consciousness. So if you're consciously aware of not being the person that you desire to be, guess what? Your 3D reality will reflect that. You will experience things that will reflect to you that you are not the person that you claim to be. You're claiming these things on a mental level, but you're not actually putting into practice the things that you are claiming. Wait, what? If this is if you're trolling me, I'm gonna block you. Can you talk about living with abusive parents that's always fighting and you're trying to develop? Stop telling the story that your parents are abusive and they're always fighting. Even though that's a very real situation and a real topic, I want you to try to put your focus on anything outside of that. If you could find you a book that you want to read, go to the library, find things to do outside of the household. Assume that you live in a household that's full of love, that is it's always love, laughter, and happiness taking place within your household. Even in the face of fighting, even in the face of your parents doing things that you dislike, try to turn the narrative around into something positive. I hope that helps. That's really a touchy subject, but yeah, I would just say focus on things outside of that. Try to join some extracurricular activities. Put your focus into your schoolwork. Focus on school. Focus on things that's going to put you in a better position. Not your parents' drama, not going out, getting high, getting drunk, boys. Try focusing on something that's going to put you in a better position. Children, a man, all that type of stuff is gonna divert your attention off of you and your success and your growth. You'll have to channel that energy into beings outside of you. Focus on yourself. Hey, Quantum K. Hey, girl. Hey. I'm live a little bit early today. I am still going live tonight at 8 o'clock. So if you do not follow me, guys, please follow me and turn that that notification bell on so that you can be notified whenever I go live. OMG, thank you, sis. You're welcome. Yeah. I'm going to today and moving forward, I want to talk about embodiment, actual steps to get you where you want to be. I don't want to keep, going over the same things as to which I'm not going to say that because I love going over the basics. I love going over you already have it. I love going over self-concept. I could talk about self-concept all day. I love talking about, the way that you perceive yourself and the way that you love yourself and the way that you care for yourself is what will be reflected back to you in your reality. In order for others to love and respect you and choose you, you must first choose, love, and respect yourself. You can't expect anybody outside of you to respect you and love you if you don't even love and respect yourself. Once you start to embody those characteristics and those traits within yourself, your 3D reality has no choice but to reflect those things back to you. But I do want to talk more about embodiment and things that a healthy person would do in their life, because when you assume something about yourself, there are certain dynamics, there are certain characteristics, there are certain mental activity that goes on in that person that claims these things and that really occupy that space. That's what makes the difference between the person that's saying, I am a beautiful woman, I am smart, I am successful, I am all of these great things, versus the woman that says the exact same thing, but she's really not that. She's saying it and she thinks it on a mental level, but she's really not that. She's doing everything in opposition to what she actually is striving for and trying to be. She can say it on a mental level, but she's not exemplifying that. So I want to start talking about embodiment, because to know a thing is to actually do a thing. When someone actually knows something, they do it, they implement it, they put it into practice. There's nothing that you can say you know, but you don't actually do it. That's just like the person that says, yeah, I know this or I know that, but they can't actually do it. They can't bring it into fruition. So I want to talk about embodiment. And what embodiment means. Can someone put in the chat, what do you think it is to embody a desire? What do you think solidifies? That's actually a really, really good question. What do you think solidifies your desires, your assumptions into your reality? How do you think your human vessel, how do you embody the knowledge that you claim to know so well and you can regurgitate so well? How do you actually embody it? That's so true. I try to get rid of external validation and limiting beliefs. Yes. Yeah. See, a lot of people feel that way. They try to get rid of these things. They try to do that. Their intention is to try to do these things, but they're not actually exemplifying the things that they're trying to do. They're just trying, and they will continue to try and try and try. They're not actually implementing. So, what do you guys think is the key to actually applying and implementing these things that people are so indulged in? What differentiates a person that's wanting, trying, claiming, can regurgitate all the information versus the person that can actually exemplify and put to action? Maybe really assuming that you are. That's really what it boils down to, is really having a hardcore assumption that I am this thing already. But it's certain embodiment characteristics. I kind of want you guys to explain like the embodiment. To me, I'm going to give you an example of what I mean by that. A person can assume something about themselves and still not really embody these traits. They think that they are certain things on a mental level, but they exemplify the exact opposite. They do things that show that that's not what they think or that's not what they feel about themselves. They say one thing out of their mouth, and their actions, their character, and their behavior exemplifies something completely different. So they can say these things, but that doesn't mean they're actually putting it into practice. That doesn't mean they're actually these things. They're only saying these things. They want you to believe that they are these things. They may pretend to be these things, and they're fooling nobody but themselves, because it's not the truth of the matter. I feel like when a person is really embodying something, they exemplify it to a T. Their thoughts, the way they perceive things, everything. It's not a half in, half out situation. It's not a left foot in or left foot. It's like a real exemplification of the knowledge. It's a real, wait, let me see. Maybe it's a subconscious. Tell your subconscious who you are, and it will resonate their energy through you. Mm, I don't even think it's a subconscious thing. I get what you're saying, though. I used to be really heavily into subconscious work and subliminals and things like that, but now I'm to the point where I don't even get into the subconscious thing. I'm more so about consciousness. I don't even want to tell my subconscious anything. I want to tell my consciousness. And I think the subconscious, it responds to you. You don't tell it things. It's out picturing what you are actually, not what you want it to produce, not what you're telling it to produce, but what you actually are. So if you had a printer, right, and if you put this right here, if you put this picture inside of a printer, I'm live on 2 platforms, so I'm showing both cameras. If you were to put this picture inside of a printer and you told the printer, hey, I want you to print this page out right here, do you know what the printer is going to do? The printer is going to print out this exact copy. It's not going to print out something that looks kind of like this. It's not going to print out what you want it to be, what you hope and you set intention for. It's going to print out this exact picture, because this is the picture that you put inside of it. You put this picture inside of, this is the picture you're going to get out from it. That's why Neville Goddard always talks about, you don't get what you want. You've been wanting this for a long time. I'm not going to give it to you because you want it. You don't have it. This is something that you're desiring. This is something that you don't have, but you really, 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 really want it. You really, really, really aspire. You really, 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 really hope, try, and pray, but you're not that thing. So if my printer is giving me projections of this exact picture, so can anybody tell me why my printer would give me this exact picture? It's really common sense. That was a rhetorical question. It's going to give me this exact picture because this is the exact picture that I gave it. So a lot of times what you guys do is you give the printer, the projector, source, God, the universe, whatever you choose to call that supreme being, you give that projector what you are. You're telling it what you want to be. You're trying to be something that you're not. You're trying, you're efforting, you're striving, but you're giving it this picture. You're giving it the picture of, I don't have it yet. I'm still trying. I'm still efforting. I'm still manifesting. You're not giving it the picture of it's already done. You're not giving it the picture of this thing has already materialized in my reality. You're giving it that desperate, needy, missing, striving, hopeful energy. I'm just thinking, does God source need to reprogram the subconscious or just choose and be? It's simply, if you can just choose and be, you most definitely can just choose and be. But if you feel like you're the type of person with maybe a lot of trauma, a lot of unhealed childhood trauma, a lot of negative cycles that has taken place in your life, and your mind doesn't fully believe that it can be the thing that you desire it to be, then I would say take off a little bit. Don't bite off more than you can chew. That's what I talk about when people go from being a certain type of way and they want to materialize their desires, but they are so uncomfortable with it. They don't even believe it themselves. I would say start to take action in the direction. Do the smartest, uh, most intelligent step that you can do. The thing that you can do right here, right now, today. Like a small actionable step that you can do to steer you in the right direction in this now moment. So I would say it's up to you, Quantum Cat. I would say you can reprogram the subconscious mind, and that could work for you if you believe it will. Or you could just decide to choose and be whichever one that works best for you. Me, I like to just choose and decide. That works best for me. When I work on subconscious and I work on stuff that happened in the past, I feel like I get stuck in the past and I'm messing with things that are relevant. Hey, M. Um, is it about vibrating at the same energy instead of wanting it and just letting it go? I would say yes. That's more of a quantum physics standpoint of it, where it's vibrating at the same frequency is equal to I already have it, it's already done. If I say something is already done, that means I'm there with it. I already have it, it already belongs to me. AKA the equivalent to I'm vibrating at the same speed of my desire. So instead of my desire being up here and I'm down here, I'm right here with it. It's not above me, it's not below me. I'm vibrating at the same frequency of my desire. And letting it go just means you don't have any resistance. See, a lot of times what happens is you're down here, your desire is up here, and there's something in between you and your desire that's like it's like a boundary that's keeping you from actually being able to vibrate at that level, whether that be it shame, whether that be it environmental circumstances, whether that be a person, place, or thing. It could be many different things that can get in the way of you wholeheartedly identifying with the identity of the person that already has it, aka vibrating on the same frequency as the desire. But that's why I talk about self-concept all the time, because if you have a stellar self-concept and you think great things about yourself, nothing or no one can contend with you in your reality. Once you work on your self-concept, you know that you're beautiful, you know that you're loved, you know that you're chosen. You know that nothing or no one can contend with you in your reality. I don't care who they think they are, what they think they are, what they got going on, and all of the above. It's fucking irrelevant when it comes to you. They can't contend with you in your reality. It's a done deal. It is what the fuck it is. Let's see. Um M says, when you tell someone the old story, does it affect your new one / identity? I think so. If you're continuously talking about an old story, you're continuously bringing up the past, you're continuously harping and harboring over old situations, old dynamics, old things that happened in the past, is absolutely fucking irrelevant. The past doesn't exist in this now moment. You continue to bring your past into your present the more you harp and the more you complain and the more you continue to bring up these undesirable stories. So, yes, honestly, I do. Now, if you just want to speak your truth and you want to talk about it and you don't let yourself get emotionally tied, but me, I still feel like if it's irrelevant, then I wouldn't speak about it. If it's irrelevant, I wouldn't even talk about it. If it's irrelevant, it wouldn't even be in my my repertoire. I wouldn't give it no fucking attention, period. If it's irrelevant, don't talk about it at all. Now, if I'm mad or if I'm reacting or if I'm responding to something, I can bring up shit that I know I'm supposed to be reacting to or responding to. But once I get it off my chest, I feel 100 pounds lighter and I got off. But to continuously speak of old identities, old stories, things that happened in the past is the motherfucking past. It don't exist. All you have right now in this very moment is your new identity, who you're claiming to be right here, right now in this moment. Who are you claiming to be in this moment? Why does the story, and let me tell you something also, when you talk about the old story, you're creating it in the now moment. That's why people say that therapy is terrible, because all you do in therapy is to rehearse your old cycle, and you're going to relive that cycle again because you are that same person. You tell the same stories over and over and over again, especially if you experienced it. It's a part of your genetic makeup. You're going to continue to experience it. You can't let it go. It's just embedded in you. The negativity, the dumb shit is just naturally ingrained in you, and you refuse to let it go because you continuously bring the story up. You continuously make it an issue where there isn't any issue. You're going to force something to be an issue when there's not. You have no issues. The only issue you have is yourself. Nothing outside of you can be a distraction or issue unless you give it the authority in your 3D reality. So that's how I look at it. If I allow you to be a distraction, if I allow you to get a reaction, if I allow that, then you're just basically giving somebody else control over your 3D reality. But if you know who you are and you stand firm and this shit is irrelevant and it can't contend with me in my reality, then you just let it be what it's going to be. And continue to persist in your identity. Whatever you've decided, whatever you meaning you want to give to it, it's going to work for you. I am the God source. Hold on, wait. I am the God source. So just embody exactly the thing I want to project. Absolutely. So just embody exactly the thing I want to project. Exactly. So when you tell the printer or the projector, hey, this is what I want. This is exactly what you have to get.